This nibble originally aired on RSBANDB Update, episode 889. Once more onto the hole. Enjoy. Let's go through some of the new rewards then for this year. We got the Iaia beachwear, which is wonderful. We got 3 new surfboards, including an Elder God-themed surfboard, which kind of looks like fragments of the Stone of Jazz on it. The ore weapon override. I could only imagine you wanting to beat someone over the head with an ore. Iaia flower hairpins as well, which, you know, in all honesty, looks more Hawaiian than Iaia, I guess, but I guess that's the inspiration on that. So that's neat. And, you know, I think the Iaia beachwear actually looks pretty good, too, in terms of what's available. And you know what the best part about this is, actually? Is that there's portions of it that are actually recolorable.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah,
I like that.
Yeah, and you know what we're noticing here with this. I don't know if anybody's noticed this for the concept artwork, but the concept artwork images are using the new player models from the Avatar refresh.
I did not notice that. Huh. Well, don't read too much into that.
No, yeah, we of course need to hear more about that when that project comes back online. But I think I'll go for the cosmetics this year, and you know they're cheap enough that you spend like an hour a day there, or not even that. By the end of the month, you're gonna get all these eventually, so it's nothing really to fret over. So
yeah, easily.
I'm not too much for the surfboards, but I think I definitely got to get that ore override.
Yeah, I like the ore.
Yeah, I'm just imagining myself walking somewhere and then hitting someone over the head with the ore. Oh, it's so wonderful. But yeah, that's the beach. I don't know if there's anything else we necessarily need to say about it, except it's nice to have these social events coming around, and this one just feels so much more engaging than what we have for Easter, for example, right?
Yeah, and I mean, part of that is it's crazy to say that there's a nostalgia for the beach, but there kind of was.
Yeah.
Because and the reason why I think is because it just somehow, I don't know if it was the time or how it came out, but it really became a very, very social. It was just a very social event, more so than the others, in that way.
Right.
And so
like
it just has a special place for us.
We didn't have a beach in 19, but we did through 15 through 18, and we know what was happening in 15 through 18. Those were those years when we were specifically 17, when we were questioning what the future of RS was going to be. And it was just so good to have the community events around at that time. And it was a push by the community, I think, that brought them back. Because if you think about it, if I think back to the spring of 2020, when archaeology was coming out and what people were trying to figure out how to, of course, do with themselves in that summer of the pandemic, I remember there was a live stream with the leads at the time who said that they definitely need to do something for this and just look at bringing the beach back, even if it was just as it was. So,
yeah, and I'm glad they finally learned that. You know what I mean? Like, it's great to get a new coat of paint. It's great to add to, but if something works and people really, really like it, you can bring it back. Like, you know, the beach is an example. If they brought back, you know, Dev's house, they could do nothing different than what they did before, and people would still love it.
I actually think the Halloween event we have right now is actually pretty good.
Well, it is. See, and this is the opposite, right? Like, that is one that has to be added to, you know, each time around, because it kind of freshens it up a little bit. But
yeah, and then
I guess that would be the counter to my
right. To and then you're left with the question: you have the summer beach. Do you need something like that in the winter? Because in the winter, We have the presents from the sledge, of course, daily, and the wrapping paper that you get, in addition to any rares that come with that. Last year, we had Secret Santa, and, with those two things and a Christmas Yak Track, I think you pretty much got the Christmas event handled with that. But at the same time, do players want a social event for Christmas where they can all gather together? I think that's the next question that comes from that.
Well, and the one Christmas event that stands out to me, the one that I enjoyed the most.
The one was at the crater?
Yes. With, it had the meals and the reindeer and the snowball fights, and it was really fun, and there was always something to do. I definitely lean towards that direction when it comes to a Christmas event.
Right. I don't know. It's hard for me to say, because you're right. The beach definitely just does put yourself into that spot. But at the same time, there's been so many other great memories of past holiday events that they all stick out in some way or another. It'd be interesting to hear what the listeners have to say on that. You can find full episodes of RSBANDB Update right here on this YouTube channel. If you found this video useful or just enjoyed it, like and subscribe, or leave a comment.